Hey guys, James Martin here. Listen, now we're getting closer to Christmas. It's one of those seasons where we bring out the turkey, stressed out about buying a lot of presents, and wondering what the heck are we going to do for Christmas break. So one of the things I wanted to talk about with this video was, I want to tell you a bit of a backstory. A couple months ago, I had this idea where I really wanted to make a video in December where it was about a producer gives back to charity, or a producer buys food for the homeless, or something along that nature. So I had the idea in mind where I would do sort of a campaign, a GoFundMe, and would raise money, and then would go out to a grocery store, buy as much food as I can, and then donate it to a local food bank. Of course, that's easier said than done because, well, of the whole situation going on right now. Well, the problem is because of the whole situation, a lot of them aren't actually accepting food donations. I've tried contacting multiple people, so I had a very hard time trying to get a hold of someone, and the people I could actually get a hold of, it just took forever. A lot of these websites and the people I spoke with were all trying to say, like, listen, instead of me getting the food and delivering it, they would much rather prefer that I raise the money and then send it to them. Now, if I'm to be really honest, as much as I could have done that, I also wanted to make a YouTube video about it. Because one, by doing a YouTube video, I wanted to use my platform and my skills to spread a message about giving back. Also, by having a video and by having people donate towards my campaign, I could also include their names and logos inside that video. There's a bit of a strategy and there was a plan to it. Because I was going to release this as a video in December, which is a huge shame because I was really looking forward to this. And, you know, I get really inspired by the videos from Mr. Beast, especially when he does the videos where he spends a lot of money to give towards charity and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to do the same. And it would have been a really, really cool project. And who knows, maybe we can do something like this next year. Who knows? Hopefully these ridiculous restrictions can ease up a bit and everyone can just calm down. I have to admit that I was bummed out because I felt like I couldn't really contribute towards anyone during Christmas season. But then I had to look back and realize, actually, that's not really true. I have actually made contributions. It just wasn't the same way that I was expecting to do it. Well, I decided to go to my local Legion, where they have a box of poppies. Give a donation, 100% of the proceeds goes towards veteran families that need food or need to pay bills or whichever, and especially during these times when money can be very, very scarce. So I went in, dropped $20, and picked up a poppy. A couple weeks later, there's a YouTube channel called Hello Future Me, and the YouTuber Tim Atkinson was doing a special fundraiser to raise money for an organization to help prevent kids from going into child trafficking and such. But anyways, I made a donation to his charity and I shared it to my social media. A couple weeks ago, you might have heard the story from one of my previous videos, but there's a small business almost completely destroyed because the building they were working out of caught on fire. So this became a huge setback. So someone put up a GoFundMe to go help that business to try and get back on their feet. So I donated about $50 towards that campaign. Then, of course, I mentioned to you about my short film premiere, which is going on this weekend or tomorrow, and we're actually donating 20% of all the ticket sales towards a local organization called Cope Service Dogs. It's a nice little organization where they raise and train dogs to help people with physical and mental disabilities. So looking back on all this, I realized to myself that, hey, you know what, I actually did quite a lot, and I didn't think it was a lot. Like, I was expecting to do, again, the same thing like Mr. Beast, like get a bunch of money, buy as much groceries as possible, and give that to a local food bank. But I realized that I did a lot more smaller acts of kindness, which overall became a major big contribution. And so I wanted to come on here and just kind of spread that story around about how, yeah, this is kind of one of the things I wanted to do. So I don't know, maybe we'll do something like this next year. We'll see. But more importantly, I want to tell you about how, you know, during the Christmas season, or really any time throughout the year, it doesn't have to be Christmas, but especially with Christmas, you don't really have to do a big contribution. You don't have to give hundreds or thousands of dollars away to a local charity. What you can do is just little acts of kindness. You can spread the word of an organization using your social media platform. If you have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, YouTube, doesn't matter. You can use those to spread awareness towards issues and charities and organizations that you truly believe in. You can always make very small donations. It could be a few dollars, it could be $10, it could be $20, it could be $50. Every little bit counts. Talking about my premiere where we're donating a percentage of the ticket sales towards Cope, I was talking with one of the people associated with Cope, And I was saying to them, I was like, you know what, I really want to make sure we sell a lot of tickets, because the more tickets we sell, the bigger the amount of money that we can raise to donate towards COPE. And the long story short is we had a nice little conversation where she was saying, you know what, even if it ends up being a very small amount, it's still better than nothing. You know, that's money that we didn't have to take out of our own pocket. And that's money that'll go towards something. So it made me really understand that doing an act of kindness doesn't mean they have to do something really big and really major. It often starts with these small actions. So I'd encourage you to really think about with this month, but also going into 2021, like, look, we've all been impacted by this whole situation, okay? All of us. You know, some have had it way worse than others, but we've all been impacted to a certain degree. I think now is more important that instead of attacking each other, instead of making fun of each other, instead of trying to play a war of who's right, who's wrong, it's more important to look at how can you contribute? How can you do some form of kindness? How can you help? I'm talking about, why can't you go and support an organization? Why can't you volunteer at a charity? Why can't you spend a few bucks towards a certain cause? It doesn't take much to really help bring this world together. And I know that deep down, a lot of us want to see the world get better. We might have different points of views of how to fix the problem and how to make the world a better place. But overall, I know that all of us eventually want the world to be better. It's just a matter of how we're going to do it. And really, it does come down to just doing little acts of kindness, focusing on the positive, and making every dollar count. Doesn't matter how many it is. Not much to say here. Yeah, I'm going to get ready for my movie premiere. It's going to be big. We're doing it online. Looking forward. It's been a crazy several months. Next week, I'm going to have a brand new video where we're going to cover about how that online premiere worked and how that's going to help you as a filmmaker, especially during these trying times. So, thanks so much for listening to my really, really long story, but I hope you got something out of this. Anyways, take care. The video will be posted on Christmas, so in the meanwhile, Merry Christmas. Enjoy yourself. Take it easy.